Okay, I am live. Let's see how this is going to work out. All right, let's just have a quick little live stream. See what you all are doing on this beautiful Sunday, right? What a beautiful Sunday it is. You watching sports, get your watching a lot of Cowboys fans, getting the Cowboys in. But for a lot of people, right, they may have a little concern on their mind. And so I had some extra time. I'm in line and um, in this drive through. So want to come in and speak to you all real quick. Let's see how this works because I don't have a prompt, right? I don't have a prompt to hold my phone, so this is not going to be live. I just want to give you our latest update about the stimulus, right? About the stimulus. A lot of people unemployment ended on Christmas Day, the federal unemployment, right? Hello, Donald. How are you? We're going to try to make this work. A lot of people, federal unemployment ended. Uh, the federal unemployment, right? Which means the extra or the additional $300 on Christmas Day. And so they only had their state unemployment coming in, right? They only had their state unemployment in. And so President Trump had until midnight, right? He had until midnight of Saturday, December 27th, to sign the stimulus, right? And to good afternoon, you all coming in. Hello, hello, hello. So he had until midnight, right, to sign the stimulus um, in order for people to get back pay or lost pay or what they call retroactive pay, right? He has not signed the stimulus. He's in Florida, actually, and he has not signed it. More breaking news. Really don't know what will happen, right, um, until Monday concerning his decisions, right? A lot of people close connected to him are saying he will not sign it. And so what does that mean, right? What does that mean as you all are coming in? My phone is going to be a little shaky and unstable because I don't have a right prompter for it, but hello. So that means that people will go weeks. It will be a gap in this where they will go weeks without the additional $300 unemployment, right, from the federal. And in going this week, they won't have back pay. And even if the stimulus is, if he decides to sign it and it is approved, right, it will only be for 11 weeks. And so local states, if he does decide to sign it and they do approve it, local states or whatever state that you are located in will have to update the new system, put things in the system. And so they're predicting it could be anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks, right? Um, 3 to 6 weeks gap that people will not have the additional federal unemployment. I don't know if you should reapply at this point because the thing is, whether you reapply or not, right? Let me take this out so I can see. The package is not signed. I mean, the stimulus is not approved upon, it's not signed. And so, how can you reapply for something that's not even in the works? What you have to do is kind of sit back, uh, pay attention to what's going on. I hope that if you receive the stimulus, you all, I'm on my way to the gym. I hope that if you receive the 600 3 months, right, that you made great decisions with that money, with the $600 of extra unemployment from the federal that was released beginning in March, April, and May for 3 months. And I hope you did good on the $1,200 stimulus, right? Payout bonus. And I hope you didn't get into Christmas shopping debt because a lot of people, when they got the announcement from Mitch McConnell, right? Mitch McConnell, they thought that they would have at least a $600 shopping, and you know, you should not uh, spend money that you don't have. So if it wasn't in your hand, regardless of what the government said, you should not have spent it. until you had it in your hand, right? So a lot of people may have went out on the urge to do a lot of Christmas shopping because they thought that at least the $600 was coming in. But let me tell you something. Christmas is not that important. And I know my daughter's 21, right? And I know if you have younger kids, you may be thinking, well, my child may be disappointed. Let me tell you all something, people. We are entering a great recession, 2.0. This is not going to be, oh, we get a Democrat into office and Joe Biden is going to turn things around. Actually, um, Joe Biden is actually going to, yes, ma'am, increase taxes, and the more stimulus that he does give to the economy, which people are going to be months and months behind on their rent. Man, the weather is beautiful out here. I wish I could just flip my camera and show you, but I think it's like 75 degrees and sunny here. It is beautiful out here. I mean, beautiful weather. Wish I could be out golfing somewhere, but I'm going to hit this gym and get this workout in, and then go enjoy an evening outside. All right. So thank you, you too. It is really not that important to get into debt over the holidays. Um, where, and if you really study Christmas and the origins of it and Santanea, if you really study Santanea, you will really know that Christmas is anything. But it's a pagan holiday, and it's anything except the celebration of birth of Christ. I promise you, if you really studied the origins of Christmas and you really understood it, it's not about the birth of Christ, right? You will not be you will not celebrate it, because that is not what Christmas is about. Actually, when Jesus was born, right, it was not in December, but that's a whole nother topic for another day. It was not um, during the month of December, and if you really study and research that again, Santanea, then you will really understand. You have money saved up. Good, good, good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's beautiful in the state of Alabama as well, right? So I think my phone is gonna do a lot of shaking. I'm not sure if I want to continue to do this live stream. Let me know if you all can still hear me well, see me well. But the point is that I want to make with you all is that it's going to be weeks, even if he signs, right? There is stated that people close to President Trump are saying he will not sign it anyway. So if he does not sign it, the bill will just expire in 10 days. Um, Within 10 days, and then the new January 3rd, the new people that set into Congress, right, will take over. Right? Ray Allen Child says, love, good word. Thank you so much on Facebook. And then it will be up to him to get together the new stimulus package. So, according to what I'm reading, you never know what President Trump would do, right? A lot of people are against him concerning the stimulus and saying he's more concerned about getting his friends and family members out of jail and everything. However, this is the point that I've been trying to come before you all year to educate you about the FICO 10, about credit scores dropping. The second phase is coming here now in December, but a lot of people credit scores are dropping just because they've maxed out their credit card debt, right? They have late payments reporting or evictions reporting on their apartment. So that also means that evictions will be up. That contract expires actually Thursday of this week, December 31st. So moratoriums will end if he does nothing. And this is why you should not put your faith in the hands of the government, but yourself. And I tell people all the time that biblically, the Bible says, right, that God gives seed to the sower, right? God gives seed to the sower. Your job should just be a seed, right? Whatever your gift or talent is or purpose to this world, you need to find and recognize that, because that's your seed. So if you have a job, your job income is supposed to then be invested into investing income where your money can grow, right? Where your money can grow. Okay, Daisha says credit is actually getting better. Great news with that. But are you going to use your credit to invest, or do you use your credit like 98% of Americans do, right? Like Americans do, using their credit to buy liabilities and not assets. How do you use your credit? How do you use your credit? Because people, let me tell you this. You cannot continue to use credit. That's not the purpose of credit. To use it to invest in things that takes money out of your pocket, like student loan debt, right? I tell a lot of women in particular that you brag about your PhD, which can be acronym for Pile High Debt, right? Pile High Debt. You brag about a PhD, and then you do not even get a job that can service to pay back those student loan debt within 2 to 3 years. Or the job is not even paying you enough to pay off that loan within 10 years. And student loan debt is a debt that you cannot file in bankruptcy, right? Um, you cannot easily discharge. And if you get a Chapter 7 report on your credit report, then you will have to be or should be in a position where you can go at least 10 years without needing your credit. That's just the harsh facts about bankruptcy, right? And so the thing is, know the difference between good debt and bad debt. Your house is not an asset, it's a liability. However, if you add a home-based business to it, you can have tax write-offs for that home, right? You can have tax write-offs, and you can make a portion of your house and the utilities that goes along with it assets, right? Assets, or whether you are renting, right? Make your renting or where you rent, make your utilities, your cell phone bill, make those assets. Stop having them be liability, things that take money out of your pocket. Add a home-based business where you can add the entity of putting some more money in your pocket that you're spending out. So again, unemployment has ended. A lot of people are just getting that state unemployment, right? Um, More than likely, President Trump will not sign that stimulus, right? Um, let's see. We'll probably have more up to date about that Monday. And so what that means is probably have to wait till January 3rd. I'm going to tell you another myth that people believe is that banks do not want foreclosed properties, right? A lot of financial education teachers teach people that, the banks do not want to foreclose on your home. That's farthest from the truth. They want those assets. Those are assets to the bank. See, the banks, what you all don't know is that the Federal Reserve already owns 40% of real estate in the United States. So the Federal Reserve already owns 40% of the real estate. Everything, right, it's about supply and demand. They want the true assets. They want central banks want the physical gold, the physical silver. They want real estate, right? Because right now there are more people in need of housing, right, than there are houses available. That's called supply and demand. So the banks want these houses back. The banks are not in business to be administrators of homes, meaning that they do not want people who will live in homes or property for 6 months and don't pay. The banks are not your friends. And who is the Federal Reserve? You wouldn't believe it, but the Federal Reserve is just like credit agencies. They are big independent businesses, right? The Federal Reserve, just like Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, are big independent businesses. It is not government. It is non-government. The families and people that's over the Federal Reserve is J.P. Morgan, Citibank, Bank of America, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers. It's comprised of about 300 rich and wealthy family that pass on generational wealth. And that's where your tax dollars are going to. That's when you see Fed on your paycheck line is going to these rich and wealthy families and private businesses and institutions, not to government. Your state taxes, right? Your state taxes go in order to improve your streets, your public school system within your state. That's state taxes, Federal Reserve taxes, and the Fed then lends to the government, right? I uploaded this video that Youssef was teaching on. Even when these stimulus trillions of dollars, 27 trillions of dollars is printed out, you are the debtors for their debt, right? He showed the example of cash, and these are called Federal Reserve notes, people. Federal Reserve notes. And if you look on Federal Reserve notes, it has it's two signatures on them, right? The Treasurer of the United States and then the Secretary of the Treasury. And on every Federal Reserve note is going to have a serial number, right? A serial number. And if you look on the serial number, according to his teaching of these Federal Reserve notes, all of them have different serial numbers, right? This dollar, for example, has Stephen Mnuchin. Stephen Mnuchin signatures on here. These are Federal Reserve notes. Ms. McCullen, all the people that's come before you and telling you that these checks would be available, and then now they're acting like they didn't know it was a monkey wrench in the plan, right? Everything is pre-planned. Actually, all the $1 bills that I have Stephen Mnuchin on there. And this is why I don't think I have my Social Security card. You're welcome, Dave. But if you look on the back of the Social Security card, right? If you look on the back, I don't think I have my Social Security card on me. But in red, you will see the red numbers that will match up to the numbers of these Federal Reserve notes or cash or fiat currency or dollars, whatever you want to call it. Well, what does that mean, Queen? These numbers match up because you are debtor for this cash, even with this $27 in stimulus. And we're complaining about it's going to other countries and all that. Well, you're going to have to pay it back with your labor. This is why I tell people that you do not just have, it's time out for just having job income. Anyone with a job, JOB just over broke. I don't care if it's a 6-figure job. I don't care if you're making $300,000 a year. I don't care if you're making $200,000 a year. You are the biggest debt payers of these Federal Reserve notes because you are the debtor. You are the human resource to the United States to pay back that $27 trillion in debt that we have. Big Boy, thank you so much. I love that name, Big Boy. I love that name. So thank you for asking everyone to hit the like button. Big Boy, if you come on another one of my live streams, I will make you one of my moderators where if you come on long enough to help me moderate my channel when I'm live streaming, right? And answer and respond to some of the questions and even block some people that may need to be blocked, right? And so another thing I want to drop on you all today about the monetary system is that even when you deposit your money into a bank, it is not your money. It is not your money. Even when you're a direct deposit here, it is not your money, people. The banks decide whether they want to trade it over the Forex or with the repo market, right? Repo market is not what you're used to. It's not when your vehicle get repossessed. The repo market is when banks make large transactions overnight. And actually, in 2019, the repo market caused the biggest crash ever, and banks were broke, meaning they did not have any access to trade overnight. Also, that repo market helps pay employees and things like that. And in 2019 of September, right, the banks went broke. And coincidentally, boom, in December, this new health epidemic come on the scene. Quite frankly, so banks are broke right now. And this is how I've been telling people to prepare themselves all year. I've been telling them to get their credit up, right, to get their cash flow up. I believe in crypto. Let me drop some jewels on you all. Bitcoin hit its record all-time high of 27,000 on the 27th And then it hit. Well, actually, let me show you. December 25th, it hit 25,000 record high. Then on Christmas, Santa Claus brought a crypto blessing on the 26th. It hit 26,000, right? And then on Saturday, the 27th, it hit 27,000. And then on the 28th, it hit 28K. So let's see if it's going to continue to match the dates of the year in December with all-time record highs. Because your cash, people, has to outpace and outgrow inflation. You have to have your cash where it's growing about 3% a year. And so if you convert your cash into crypto, if you use your credit card to purchase crypto, you saw over 200% gains, 200% gains for the year. It has been Bitcoin and even Ethereum, right? Even Ethereum heading to 100K. Okay, I'm agree with you on Periscope. Even Ethereum, right, has reached its record high from 2018. Ethereum hit $700, right? Record high from the highest it's been 2018, and Bitcoin is taking off as well. So I'm telling you all that when you deposit your money in the bank, it is not your money. So I just so happen to have a checkbook right here with me. Let me see. And if you look in the checkbook, a lot of people don't use them anymore. But if you look on the checkbook, you'll see your memo line and you'll see a signature line. Well, if you notice on this checkbook, the signature line has small words and caps under. If you still use checks, right? The signature line has small wording and cap. The forward line is just a straight line. The reason why the signature line has to have small words, or it has small words and caps, because again, you do not control your money once you deposit it into a bank. So when you have checkbooks, right, it stays under the signature lines, authorized user, authorized user, authorized user, over and over and over again, because that's the only thing that entitles you to be the authorized user, right? The authorized user. So let me read the comments, and I'm gonna sign off and go to the gym. Hello, Cedric. Is Bitcoin mining good? Can you make people money from a pool? I don't do pool Bitcoin mining. I buy and hold, and I don't trade. Laura says heading to 100K. Yes. About Litecoin at $88 now. It's up. Had a high of 137 this morning. I don't even mess with my Bitcoin. Yeah, just let it grow. That's great advice. And because my nails in the way, let me see. SEC is trying to make our XRP as security. Bitstamp not selling, U.S. citizens anymore. I'm watching XRP closely. Anyone that's holding XRP can't tell you that they know exactly what's going to be the outcome of that. A lot of people are delisting that. A lot of people are believing, though, that this is just a setup to get people to sell XRP, and within a couple of weeks, it's going to take off, and you wish you would not have held it and sold it. So, I never give financial advice. All I'm telling you is that crypto is the future, right? I just watched a video by IMF, the International Monetary Funds, that have a video about mobile money, right? Mobile money. So if I was in my laptop, I would share that with you. Laura said he's still going to hold that Bitcoin. Do not take anybody's financial advice on here, especially if I have not made them a moderator. I would not recommend go to Coinbase. Robinhood to hold Bitcoin, because you can't own it, right? Now, I do have some Robinhood, but that's because I already had some stocks in Robinhood I wanted to get rid of. So I already had the money there, and I just did it as an exchange, right? And so I would say Coinbase, it is federal backed and secured, and crypto.com. So I'll share the link with that. So you all can do that. If you want to own it, especially if it hits 100K, you definitely want that ownership. Whole world is going cashless society. XRP won't fall. Okay, let's hope so. Yeah. Cedric says Crypto is definitely the future. Unfortunately, our community will be left behind. Hey, if they left behind, cities, that's them. If they don't see that the government is getting bankrupt, the United States, and we're headed and to another Great Depression 2.0 from the 1930s, um, you know, that's on them. That's on them. And I was saying earlier about the feds, and people are talking about that the Federal Reserves, um, banks don't want your house. Yes, they do. They love it. They're going to make more money, people. They're going to make more money. They got money off you in that house if you foreclose on it, and then they're going to make more money when they resell it. Houses and land are assets for the banks, right? So I gave you all the spiel of who the Federal Reserve is. Let's keep on hold of what's going on, but just let you know you are receiving a federal unemployment at 300. Those funds will be cut off, and don't think President Trump is going to sign a stimulus package bill, but if he does, right, it's still going to take at least 3 to 6 weeks, right? And if he does sign it, what that means that it should have put you all in position to get back pay. However, that deadline for that was midnight last night. So you can't even get back pay now. So let's look at moratoriums, let's look at evictions. Um, let's look at, how this will affect, because the banks want their assets back, right? The banks want their assets back. Then you have a lot of landlords right now who are just demolishing properties and things like that because they don't want their assets going back to the bank, and they're using it for agricultural land. They're flipping it to use it for something else, and they're just out together demolishing maybe property that's dilapidated anyway and flipping it and turning it to farmland or agricultural land. Like Coinbase, well, a lot of my friends are like Coinbase. You don't own your own coins. You can have a backup ledger. What's up, Madden Champ? What's up, everybody? Hello, Latoya. So let me go get my workout. You person like you will never own it. I mean, it's some good and bad about Robinhood. It's an exchange, and it's easy to liquidate. It's liquidable, but Robinhood gives you a debit card if you have a checking and debit account with them. And so I personally just look at banks that will give you I mean, not cashback reward, but crypto rewards, like Bitcoin rewards. That's where I'm doing my banking with for the future, and not necessarily Robinhood. Robinhood had just came down with a lot of backlash for SEC as well, for giving people the wrong impressions of trading in stocks on the Robinhood. So you all need to do your research and do your own due diligence about that. All right, I'm signing off. Cash App, you don't own it either. It's an exchange as well. But you got some people who you need to look at other crypto, because Bitcoin is up at 27,000 a day. It's predicted that other crypto will give you a greater return on your investment. And then you can't invest when you're in bad debt. I'm just sorry. You can't invest when you're in bad debt, when you owe those student loans, when you're behind. This is not a get rich overnight. I started investing at the beginning of this year, and even that was too late, right? And so, now that the wave is rising, a lot of people want to get in, but it was better if you would have rode the wave and got in at the bottom. I'm not disencouraging everyone, but you need to look at some of the smaller altcoins and crypto coins that's cost less to invest in Bitcoin at this time. That's predicted to give you a great rate of return as well. All right, people, let me hit this gym. Have a great day. Have a great day. I hope your credit up, your cash flow is up, your crypto is up, and you have some real assets. Again, if you want to look at the return on silver, go to my website, www.fixmycreditandcash.com, and get that silver stacking report. Silver is $26 an ounce spot price. The silver stacking report. Silver is expected to be a great return on your investment as well. And they even predicting that physical gold, which is $1,800 now, will go as high as $10,000 in 2021. If you want your credit help, right? You need credit help. Get that credit score up so you won't be paying the banks out at high interest. Then go to credit help on my website on fixmycreditandcash.com. All right, people, let me get my workout on. You all have a great evening.